Shall we get moving?
You can never be too prepared. But did we have to spend so much?
This one's all mine! Eat this!
Airborne beast! My special!
SD Airborne scoundrel!
Sounds like a job for yours truly!
You require a hand.
Double Demon Fang! Crush! Dragon Swarm!
Glacial Spear!
Here I come! We did it! Now! Here I come! Mirage! No escape! Eternal devastation! This one's all mine!
The enemy wields arts too.
We'll soon see about that!
Thank you.
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang! Not a chance!
Go get him!
Mirage!
One last one! Burning!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
You sense one of your pals, Hoodle? Let's dispose of the trash.
Eat dirt!
Gemini Aqua! Light up! Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang!
going?
Take this!
Take this!
Eat
Double
this!
demon
Annihilate!
fang! Kisara!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a chance!
Have this!
Mirage!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Double demon fang!
Do it!
Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
My turn!
By the power of
Double demon fang! Crush! Double demon fang! No escape!
Photon Blast! Lightning!
Dragon Swarm!
Take this!
Here I go! Cast in the wind! Air blossom!
Here I come!
Burning strike!
Could have been worse.
I wonder if we can use this.
I see plenty of ruins around here, too. It must have been a big town bustling with people back in the day.
For crown contest participants, places such as these are but vectors for the astral energy they pursue. Similar to that windmill, for instance.
Gotta break through! Double demon fang! Take this! This one's all mine! Double demon fang! Eternal devastation! You picked the wrong fight! Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
This one's mine! I'll be where are you going?
Time to let it rip! Double demon fang!
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Mama! You're mine! Mirage!
Wait now! Healing circle!
Double demon fang!
Photon Blast!
Too fast!
Stand back! I'll trip it up.
Photon Blast!
Double demon fang!
Johalim!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis!
Don't get careless.
You're saying we should check the owl forest?
Yeah.
Way.
Here I come!
Not in your dreams!
This one's all mine!
One more!
Double demon fang! Burn!
Here comes! It's a duel
Can't get out of this!
Double demon fang!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Flying free!
Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said
Double
than done!
demon fang! Double demon fang! Take this! Crush!
Do it!
You're finished!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Glacial spear!
Now!
Here's evil!
Mirage! You're mine! Double demon fang!
Do it!
Everyone hanging in there?
Do you you think this is one of the places where the Dark Wings and Almeidrea fought?
I wouldn't be so sure. This place appears more ravaged by time than combat. Even if there are signs of destruction, it would likely have taken place during the Great Conquest of 300 years prior.
And ever since, it's been a breeding ground for Zeugles, I guess.
Get lost!
Double Demon Fang!
You require a hand.
Reload!
No escape!
Dance in the
Here,
wind!
let me
Double
help.
Demon Fang!
Air first aid! I'm not so good with airborne
All
targets.
mine!
Dance in
Try
the
harder!
wind!
My turn!
Air
Got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
All yours!
Here goes! In here!
Double Demon Fang!
Anything
Armor is all mine! You're on!
Now you see what I can
Take this!
Spear!
You're
Pierce evil!
finished!
More for the stockpile!
Dragon
Freeze
Swarm!
Lancer! Hear me! Man
Double
of
Demon
fury!
Fang!
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. No choice. Take it!
I never miss!
Double Demon Fang!
Dragon Scale! Here! Radiant! Here! More for the stockpile! Not in your dreams!
Double Demon Fang!
Raging Storm! More for that hero! I never
Pesky
miss!
airborne scout.
Now!
Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
My turn!
Here! Let me
You're
help!
on!
First aid! Freeze Lancer!
Here I come!
Dance in the wind! Radiant! Here!
Burn in hell!
More for the stockpile! By the
Double
blood
Demon Fang!
Talon Storm!
I'm knocked up! Eternal Devastation!
Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind!
Double Demon Fang! You're mine!
Anything in
You're
now!
mine! Double Demon Fang!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Hi, Hoodle!
Now you see what I can do!
You're finished!
Annihilation! Here!
Double
In a bind?
Fury! Feel
Take
it!
Dragon Swarm!
If it curls up, time to get out of the way!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Not a chance!
Magna Ray! Here
You're
goes!
mine! You're finished!
Magna Ray!
Take this! Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine!
Raging Cascade! I'll heal you
Here I
all!
come!
Breath!
Burn! We did
Dance in
it!
the wind! Here! Frost and Ray!
I'll stop it, Katara.
Thanks, Kitara!
I owe you one.
Don't get careless. Everything looks fine with the lore. All right, let's do this. Hup. Reel it in. Well, it's not bad, per se.
Could have been worse. At least you caught something.
There we go. She's got a good size to her, all told.
That fish put up a fight. Good catch.
We should be able to cook here. I hope we manage to catch Almeidrea soon. Dohalim, your spare bracers were getting dirty, so I polished them up along with the rest of your equipment.
Why, thank you, Kisara. I greatly appreciate that.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but you sure seem to fuss over Dohalim a whole lot, Kisara.
It is a little strange. Almost like you're still in his service.
Really? That's certainly not my intention. Besides, he's not the only one I'm like that with. Hey, Law, I saw your clothes were starting to get holes in them, so I stitched them back up for you.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kisara.
Point taken. Do you just like looking after people?
I wouldn't go so far as to say I like it, but I get anxious if I don't. I'd always like to help if I can. It comes naturally to me. Back in the day, Miguel and I used to look after the younger kids a lot, so that's probably where it comes from. He taught me everything I know, and I mean everything. How to cook with wild plants, how to sew clothes so they'll last. Without him, we never would have been able to survive.
However, you're not a lord anymore, Dohalim. You need to get used to the idea that people aren't just going to wait on you hand and foot.
Yes, you're absolutely right. I'm ashamed to admit that I felt no qualms about her doing all that for me. As both a Renan and especially as a lord, one becomes too accustomed to those beneath you tending to your every need, both Renans and Danans alike.
Sure, that's how all you Renans are probably raised. But just to be clear, we're not your servants, Dohalim. Got that?
Absolutely. Moments such as this provide me with ample opportunity to confront my unease. It is difficult to tend with my own motivations.
What do you mean?
And the truth of the matter is that my espousal of coexistence in Menancia hardly came from an idealistic place. That instinctive unease I feel deep within serves as a reminder for what it is that all of us here fight for.
Don't be so hard on yourself. No one's going to abandon you if you aren't always perfect.
Looking at her now, I think she's more like his mom than his servant.
What's up, Kisara? You look concerned.
Oh, no, it's just... I'm looking at our finances and they seem to have taken a nosedive. I don't remember us making any big purchases, though.
Ah, that may be because I borrowed a small amount to purchase something the other day.
I don't think you can call spending more than half of our money a small amount.
Half? Dohalim, what the hell did you buy?
As it so happens, I came upon a rather special object that I've long been searching for.
Are you talking about that junk? I mean, that unique-looking trinket you're holding?
Whoa, is that a...
Indeed. It is a lost artifact from ancient Danan times. Most likely, it was used for some sort of rite or ritual. Ever since we Renans conquered Dana, such objects have been disappearing. I simply want to do my part to help preserve both our people's storied histories.
Well, if it's to preserve Danan history, then I guess we can maybe look the other way. Just this once?
I don't know. Why spend money on something that won't even keep us fed?
More to the point, we all contribute to that money. I don't like the thought of anyone dipping into it without saying anything.
You must understand. Had I let that opportunity pass me by, I'd never have come across this item again.
Dohalim, maybe no one taught you that money doesn't grow on trees.
I may have been a lord, but I realize that much.
It's not enough to simply realize it. You have to internalize the concept too. Even after all this time, you still have no real sense of money. Our funds aren't your personal wallet. We camp outside and eat grass for dinner to try and stretch every last gold we have. You never know when we may need it.
I don't think we're so poor that we have to eat grass or anything.
Shut up, Alphen.
Shutting.
Let's just agree to not spend too much or be too thrifty for our own good.
This came out so good. I almost hate having to eat it. This ice cream tastes so good.
I swear, you're always having ice cream, even when it's freezing cold out.
And who made you the food police?
No one. I'm just saying that's a lot of ice cream. Don't you ever, throw up or anything?
Did you really just say that? Try thinking before you talk.
Huh? What do you mean? All I'm saying is I'm just a little worried about you, okay?
Well, don't be. I can have ice cream whenever I want.
You say that, but you know what's gonna happen if you keep eating ice cream all the time.
It's none of your business what I eat or how often.
Arguing over the consumption of a frozen dairy product. Ah, to be young.
Naive might be more accurate.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Rise and shine. We're almost ready to leave.
A dead end?
No, there's an elevator. Looks operational.
I can't believe there's actually an underground harbor here. There are even boats docked.
I only see Danons. Think they were forced to work here?
Probably. Let's see what they have to share about Almeidrea.
I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep, the sooner the better.
You didn't happen to see a lord come by, did you?
Sorry, friend, but she just left. Came by with a whole posse of underlings, boarded her ship, and took off at first wind. We damn near got blown away. She was that much in a hurry.
Damn! So we missed her!
You guys trying to go after her? Need a ride?
Are you saying you know how to steer a ship?
Spent most of my life chained to the deck of some ship or other. Yeah, I know my jib from my boom.
We don't know how dangerous it'll be. Better you give us the boat and stay on solid ground.
Whoa there! You been out on the water before? The sea ain't nobody's friend, you know. You need a sea dog like me, or you'll sink her before she makes it out the harbor.
We're losing time. Sir, we're in your debt.
Now that's more like it. Name's Mahavar. Just give me a holler when you're all set and we'll set sail. This is like a dream come true. Never gotten to captain a ship before. Never would have thought I'd get a chance like this. Thank you, y'all.
The pleasure's all ours. Think we'll catch up to her?
Of course we will. They got too much weight on them. Meanwhile, this ship's carrying nothing but us salty scalawags. They got a good head start on us, but we can take them.
Do you know if there are any Danans on that ship?
Couldn't say for sure. On the one hand, seeing as it's supposed to be something of another castle, I'd reckon they probably wouldn't let a bunch of Danans on board. On the other hand, I'd be real surprised if the Renans were able to pilot that thing all by themselves. In any case, it's gonna be a while before we reach her. Until then, you're all free to do whatever. Just don't fall in the ocean.
I know Mahavar said we could take it easy, but there's not exactly a lot to do on this boat. I guess I'll check in on...
I took a look around inside the ship just in case, but I didn't find anything that looked like it might be suspicious.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
You know, it wasn't until I left Calaglia that I finally realized just how big the world is.
When we tore down the wall in Calaglia, and I could finally see the horizon in the far-off distance, I had the exact same thought.
Yeah, somehow the sea is different though. I'm not sure just how to put it. It's almost as if it just goes on forever. I bet my old man would have been blown away by this view.
Yeah.
Ever since he died, I've been thinking about what it was that he was really trying to say to me at the end. I keep going over his words again and again. And heck, maybe I'm just overthinking it all. But still, sometimes I wonder if it could have turned out differently. If there was something I could have done. But no matter how much I play it back, I'm still no closer to finding any answers. And then there's everything with Rinwell. I stopped her from killing Almeidrea, but was that really the right thing to do? Or did I just end up making things harder for her? I feel like such a screw-up.
You're not the only one. I keep asking myself what Zephyr would have done had he been here. Like I think, how would Zephyr have handled Rinwell?
Yeah, I think he definitely would have stopped her. No doubt about it.
And that's exactly what you did, Law. I think he'd be really proud of you.
Alphen.
Zephyr's not the worst yardstick to measure ourselves against. Let's both do our best to make him proud.
Sounds like a deal. Thanks, Alphen.
Hold that pose long enough and someone might just come along and paint you.
Any artist who'd see fit to paint me needs their eyes tested.
What can you tell me about Almeidrea?
Not as much as you'd probably wish. I only ended up crossing paths with her a handful of times, after I was chosen to be a lord on Lenegus.
Ah, right. I almost forgot about Lenegus. How much do you think they know about what's been going on down here?
It's safe to assume they know everything, though I know not why they choose to remain uninvolved. Perhaps they see what's been happening as just part of the ongoing crown contest.
Even what Almeidrea did? Has it really reached the point where her actions are seen as normal?
Not to my knowledge, no. At its core, the crown contest is a competition to see who can amass the most astral energy. And to amass such energy, slaves are needed to collect it from. It's therefore against the Lord's interest to kill them.
So then why would Almeidrea do something like that?
We must remember that time is running out in the crown contest. Perhaps her hand was forced, so to speak. It is a way to accrue astral energy faster and in larger quantities than through slave labor. Doing so kills off that labor force, obviously, but it is a means to an end nonetheless. No one could have foreseen that something like the Hollowing would arise back when the contest was first conceived.
Is becoming the Sovereign of Rena really that important to the Lords?
Of course. It's the greatest prize one can attain in their eyes. In that respect, at least, I'm really not that surprised that Almeidrea resorted to what she did, as utterly despicable as it is.
It's reassuring to hear you feel the same way I do.
I worry that the only reason I never did anything similar in Menancia was due to my lack of ambition.
If you didn't want to be reminded of your past, you could have just plugged your ears.
You think too highly of me. I'm afraid I must respectfully disagree. I'm not nearly as virtuous of a person as you might wish to believe.
If that's so, would you have been so shaken up when Kisara lost her brother? Why else would you turn your back on your own kind and choose to fight for Miguel's dream? Aren't we just Danans?
A curious choice of words. Did what you see in Mahag Sar hit you that hard?
What Deadheim did to that city, he didn't liberate anyone. Anyone who refused to follow him was an enemy in his eyes. 300 years of Renan rule taught him nothing.
What I have come to understand is that the conflict extends beyond Danan versus Renan. There is an internal quarrel as well. I mean to bring about a true, lasting coexistence in Menancia. But there are more walls we must topple first.
And you don't think you can pull it off?
Well, you seem to think you can, at least.
Does that make us enemies?
Insofar as an exchange of swordplay, no, it doesn't.
Not good enough for you?
Are you really... Forgive me. I will continue to fight by your side a while longer. That much I have decided.
You don't look so good. You all right?
The floor. It keeps moving. How can you stand it? How can you even stand?
I'm not the best person to ask about discomfort. I can't feel pain, remember?
I still can't believe what happened in Niez. Even now. As a lord, my expectations for Almeidrea were already pretty low. But the way she treated human lives like they're mere playthings.
Yeah. And it wasn't as if the situation in Niez was improving much to begin with.
You mean Deadheim?
The whole reason I started fighting back was because of my anger at the atrocities of Renan rule. Back then, all I had to worry about was fighting the Renans for the sake of the Danans. But then I met Shion and the people of Menancia, and things became a lot more complicated. It's even messier now that we have to worry about Danans like Deadheim.
It used to be that the Danans were the ones in the right, and the Renans were the ones in the wrong. Though, maybe that was just a biased perspective, from being on the side of the oppressed.
Exactly. I'll never tolerate the Renans ruling over us. But nothing ever ends up being as black and white as you'd expect it to be either. That's clear to me now.
That said, even putting aside bad apples like Deadheim for a moment, you may be able to free the Danan people, but that won't undo 300 years of oppression. It'll be hard for them to not give in to their resentment. I think maybe that's why I clung to our dream so hard back in Menancia.
Even if his motivations weren't pure, Dohalim has a good heart. He didn't sink to the depths Almeidrea did.
You don't understand. I'm saying that it goes deeper than that. This hierarchy we live in, it's not solely something the Renans invented. I remember a story Rinwell once told me. She said before the Renans invaded, we Danans had our own class system. We are the ones who divided ourselves. I saw it in Deadheim's eyes. He wanted to rule over others.
To hear Bayfon tell it, Deadheim wasn't always that way.
But as time went on, and he and the Darkwings fought the Renans, he eventually changed. I guess what I'm getting at is, if we defeat the Renans but just go back to the way things were before, was there even any point in fighting?
But that world isn't the one you want to create, right?
Maybe not. But to tell you the truth, these days I'm not so sure that dream is even possible.
You have your promise to Miguel, though. Your home and the people of Menancia are depending on you.
I know. My brother. He truly believed in his dream of coexistence. And I suppose, even now, many people still do. And then, there's you.
Who, me?
You and Shion.
Not sure I follow.
Okay, then let me spell it out for you. How many other Renans and Danans do you know that get on as spectacularly as the two of you?
I don't know that I'd say spectacularly.
Well, I suppose it's really all a matter of how you look at it, isn't it?
I really don't see what you're getting.
I think I'm getting seasick again. Sorry. Can you just give me a wide berth for a few minutes?
Do you think Law is okay?
If you're worried, why don't you ask him yourself?
Yeah. I think maybe I should apologize to him, too. I should apologize to all of you, really.
Us too?
Well, I was kinda lying to you all this whole time. I was blind to everything except my own revenge. I never even considered the struggles all of you might be facing.
We all have things we'd prefer to keep to ourselves, Rinwell. So what if you had something to hide? It doesn't undo the good that you've done, or the people that you've helped save along the way.
But that's not what I mean.
I know. You're talking about Almeidrea, right?
Yeah. I hate her, Alphen. I can't stop hating her. Even just thinking about her makes my head feel like it's going to explode. But it's not just her. I think about the way Law looked at me. I hated the Lord who killed my parents. And I hated the Renans I had to travel alongside. And yet, Cislodius Danans backstab each other like it's a normal way of life. And Mahag Sar has people like Deadime. But then there are people like Law and Shion. It's all just too much. I don't know what to think anymore.
Law never said that you had to forgive Almeidrea. It's only natural you would hate your family's murderer. But
But what?
Law left home because of how much he hated his father. As a result of that, well, I think Law spent a lot of time thinking about how they never got to make things right. And if I had to guess, killing Ganabel didn't make any of those feelings go away. Law let revenge fuel him, and I think now he's afraid you'll do something you'll regret.
Afraid?
Whatever happens to Almeidrea when this is all over is up to you. I'll respect whatever choice you make. Just think it over carefully for me, okay? You still have time.
Okay. Thanks, Alphen. Say, back then, after the fight, I think I really made Shion mad. I don't know, though. Maybe it just looked that way. But I guess I just can't seem to understand how she feels. Do you know why she gets like that?
Shion's... She can be a tough nut to crack. She doesn't really talk a whole lot about herself.
It's just what she said about hate being a source of strength. Where did that come from? I wonder how it feels, not being able to hold another person's hand.
Lean much further, you'll go overboard. Keeping an eye out for Almeidrea's ship?
I'm looking at the ocean.
The ocean?
Yeah. The waves. They help me think. This world is filled with natural wonders. The icy air and white peaks of Cyslodia. The lush green glades of Menancia. The harsh wastes of Calaglia. But Menancia has its Lake of Death, and Nias its ruins. And they wouldn't be there if it weren't for that contest.
Say we actually manage to put a stop to the crown contest for good. What do you think will happen between the Dahnans and the Renans then?
You first.
Well, I want to believe that the coexistence we saw in Menancia can happen elsewhere, too. It's insane for all of us to keep fighting. If Menancia can do it, so can everyone else.
Yeah, I think that would be good too. A world where everyone can get along. At least, that's what I've come to believe.
You sure have changed.
I can't lie to you. Since I was young, I've looked down on the Dahnans too. But I've seen a lot. And I see things differently now. I've seen so many ugly and terrible things in this world. And yet, they didn't come from just the Dahnans. And the good things too. They didn't come from just the Renans. Kindness and cruelty exist on both sides. A person's race doesn't factor into it. So, I guess you're right after all, Alphen. I have changed. You know, I've never actually touched another person like this.
Shion.
Ever since I was on Lenegis, I've always been alone. Even after I came to Dana. Always.
And now?
Do you still not remember your past?
No. Sometimes it feels like I can almost remember. But then this mask stops me.
The mask keeps you from remembering why you have the mask in the first place. It's a little ironic, isn't it?
A little. Well, it won't be long now before you're rid of those thorns, you know? Only 2 lords remain. And once you have their master course, you'll be able to create the Renis Alma, right? Then you can... Shion?
Sorry, it's nothing. Promise. You're right, though. It'll all be over soon. I never could have made it this far on my own. I have everyone to thank for that. Including... especially you, Alphen.
Don't worry about it. We're friends, after all.
Yeah, we are.
Wonder how much longer it's going to be before we catch up to Almeidrea. I'll ask Mahavar.
Look who's up. Good timing. We're closing in on her stern as we speak.
That's the ship? She's huge. Law, go gather the others, will you? Think you'll be able to flank them without getting spotted?
Yeah, with the fog as our ally, I think I might just pull it off. Long as we ain't too noisy, we should be okay.
What'll you do if they catch on to us?
Not much I can do. A ship that size, they'll probably blow us to bits before we ready cannons.
Persistent little things. Evidently, I shouldn't have spared the wretched vermin. Hungry already, my dear? Worry not, for you shall have plenty to feast upon shortly.
Perfect. You managed to get us right up beside them.
I'll stay with the ship so we can leave as soon as you're done.
Good. Then let's find Almeidrea.
Xion,
Now that's what I call a ship!
Yeah. The biggest one in all of Mahagsar. So big that it took years to construct.
For all we know, Kelzelik may well have been smuggling materials to help build it. In which case it would be yet another mistake on my part.
We don't know that she was only getting materials from Menancia.
You think it's possible that they might have come from elsewhere too? Yeah, I guess I could see it.
But what do you think Almeidrea plans to do from here on out, now that she's abandoned her realm and sailed out to sea?
She'll be filling her coffers with gold, most likely. Then she'll sit back and enjoy the show as the other lords duke it out. Or something to that effect, at least.
I wouldn't put it past her.
She's strong, yet shrewd, and will stoop to any low. A dangerous one indeed.
She's not the first, and she won't be the last. This is a lord we're talking about, remember?
Sounds like you've made up your mind already.
There was never anything to decide. No one who can smile like that while doing what she did deserves to roam free.
Yeah, you're right.
This might not be the best time, but if you have a minute. That mask of yours, it was shattered by a blow from Balsef when you fought back in Calaglia, correct?
Yeah, thanks for the reminder. I thought I was a goner.
Balsef's brute strength was in a league all its own, yet half the mask remains. It's remarkably durable. Too durable to be Danon in origin.
Xion said the same thing. As if the fact I was wearing it meant there had to be more to me than met the eye.
You recalled your name when the mask broke, I hear.
Yeah, that's right. Although to tell you the truth, I'm a little scared what might happen when I lose the remaining half. Then again, the idea of not doing something because I'm afraid scares me even more. That's why I go on fighting.
Only he who first faces the night catches a glimpse of the dawn.
Come again?
It's nothing. Forget I said anything.
Forgive you!
Bring him down!
Where are you going? Not in your dreams!
Dragon Swarm!
You'll have no mercy!
Fire support!
Arctic! Now! Law!
Damn it!
Get toasty!
Burn Strike! Not a chance!
Raging Cascade!
You're on!
Do you require
Laser Spear! Here's
Take
evil!
this!
Photon Freeze Laser!
Double Demon Fang!
Does this work?
It's on! Eternal Devastation! Not a chance! No escape!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
I see one, eh?
Sleep now!
Come on!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang! Going in!
Do it, Silverwing!
Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis!
My turn!
Armor won't save you.
My shield! Double Demon Fang!
Dragon Scale! Here I go! One more!
What's
Down
that?
the energy!
You're finished!
Raging Cascade! Ready!
No escape! Dragon Swarm!
Photon
Eternal
Freeze to the
Devastation!
wind!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this. Got it!
I won't forgive you!
Double Demon Fang!
There! One more!
In a vine?
And again!
It's on!
Can't this? These ones
picked
can
the
run
wrong
rings
fight.
around us!
Here I come!
This one's mine!
Double Demon Fang!
Burst Malevolence! Now, Law! Get toasty!
Burn Strike!
Lightning!
Now! Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation! Dragon
Time
Swarm!
of Fury! Burning
No escape!
Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Sleep Freeze Lancer!
Double Demon Fang!
Here goes!
Double Demon Fang!
More with that hit!
You're
Time of
finished!
Fury! Burning Strike! Free!
Could have been worse.
That went well.
Are you okay? You're not too tired, are you?
Nope, I'm fine. Let's keep moving.
Out of our way!
Now you see what I can do! My shield! Double Demon Fang!
Take this!
First strike!
You think that shield will save you?
This one's all mine! Ignite!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I'll heal
My
you
turn.
all! Dance in the wind!
An astral art?
That's my shield!
Shut him down!
Radiant here! Freeze, Lancer! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Sealed!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
More where that came from! I'll need to take my revenge on you!
We're not finished!
It's
In an instant! Impact Block! My turn!
Dance in the wind! Marksman handle this!
Smash you! My shield!
Eat this! Do it! Astral energy!
Say no more.
There's always room for improvement.
Right, here goes! You picked the wrong fight!
Take this! I never miss! More for the shot
In a bind, a showdown between blade and fist.
Now you'll learn! You're mine!
Healing
Try harder! Double Demon Fang!
Magic is out! Radiant
You're mine!
I'll be saving this one!
You're mine!
The waters of creep! Here! Take your dreams!
Double Demon Fang!
Radiant light!
Dragon Piston! Dragon Swarm off!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
My turn! Double Demon Fang!
Seems about right to me.
Get lost! Hear me! Flame of fury!
Take down their defenses!
Let me see what I can do.
Dion! Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Sight!
You're on!
One more!
Crush!
I'm
Try harder! Double Demon Fang!
More for the shot! Let the marksman handle this!
Double Demon Fang! I owe you one! Double Demon Fang!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
Pow! Got you now! Double Demon Fang!
Mega Red! Annihilation!
Devastation!
Air thrust! You'll pay for what you did!
Stop them!
Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Purge malevolence!
Shattering!
Do it, Astral energy!
Say no more.
My
Here
turn!
goes!
Eternal Devastation!
I'll
smash you!
Reload!
Take it!
Spirit raging! Reload!
Double Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
This one's mine!
Eat this! Can't get out of this.
Double Demon Fang!
By the power of war! Into the shadows!
You're finished!
More with
Double Demon Fang!
Purge malevolence!
You're mine! On your knees! Double Demon Fang! Time to let it rip!
Dance in the wind!
Double Demon
Air
Fang!
thrust! Healing circle!
Take this!
Back into the fray!
Crack! I'll keep you right back! Double Demon
Out
Fang!
of ammo! Back into the fray! Annihilation! Here!
Double Demon Fang!
Dance in the
On
wind!
your knees!
Air thrust! Letting your dreams!
Eat this!
Eat this! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion. never seen anything like it.
It's an authentication key. They're quite common.
Maybe where you're from, but this is new to me.
It might go in an elevator somewhere. We should test it out.
Be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Double Demon Fang!
In a bind.
Double Demon Fang! Dragon Form!
It's a duel of the arts.
Double Demon Fang! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more! Not again!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done.
Here I come!
More without You'll soon see about that. I never miss.
You're finished!
In the wind. Mega ray.
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be
Double
ready.
Demon Fang!
I'm on. Purge malevolence.
You're mine! You picked the wrong fight!
Dragon
Now or never!
I'll be safe.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
Here goes.
You got spirit!
Can't get out of this. I'm on it.
Radiant. They really don't care. Astral energy.
Say no more!
Here, let's
Now!
go.
Here I come! Double Demon Fang!
Glacial spear.
Take it!
Astral energy. Freeze lancer. Photon. Raging healing art.
You're finished! Crush!
Magic is in. In here. Now back into the
Double Demon Fang! It's on! You picked the wrong fight!
Here's a healing art.
you!
Here I come! I'm not done!
Where are you going?
Double Demon Fang!
Lightning orb. Ready. Here's a healing art. Confiscate.
Double Demon Fang!
Let's purge malevolence.
It's time.
Power of water.
You're finished!
Freeze lightning. Into the wind.
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Here's a healing art. First one. First aid.
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! It's on!
Waterfall.
Double Demon Fang! You picked the wrong fight!
In here.
Eternal Devastation!
Photon. Here's a healing art. First aid. Here goes. Glacial spear. Here's the evil.
I'll stop its charge.
Thanks, Kisara.
Double Demon Fang! Eternal Devastation!
Ready and ready.
Enemy. Flame of fury. Burning strike. Glacial spear. Here's the evil. Freeze lancer.
Double Demon
Now
Fang!
you see what I can do.
I'll heal you all. Healing circle.
That is fun.
An astral art?
That's my
I
cue.
really owe you one.
Shut him down!
Can't get out of this.
Here's a healing art.
Dragon Form! Ignite!
Thank you.
Double Demon Fang! No escape! Double Demon
This one's
Fang!
mine. Searing flame. Reload. Unclean surge. Mario.
There you
Annihilation.
Double Demon Fang! It's over!
Photon. Raging cascade. Not on my watch.
Take
Now.
it! River!
Astral energy.
Say no more!
A hard-won victory.
This'll make us even more formidable.
And thus our strength yet grows.
like this should be easy.
Dance in the wind! Steering in here!
Eternal
Reload!
Devastation!
More for the steering flame! Reload!
Double Demon Fang! I'm not. This one's all mine.
Raging Cascade!
Eat dirt!
I'm out of ammo!
My turn!
Annihilation!
Crush!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Leave
the ensnaring
to me! Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang! Crush!
Here goes! Denied! Here's Raging Cascade! And again!
Double Demon Fang!
In a vine! Here
I come!
Grind and roll for the stop sign! Tectonic force!
Double Demon...
Wind astral energy! Healing
Double
Double
Demon Fang!
This one's mine! In here!
Thanks!
More for the stockpile!
Double Demon Fang!
Now! Astral energy!
Say no more! Not a chance!
Here!
Eternal Devastation!
I'm out of ammo! I'm
Double
all
Demon
dead.
Fang!
Annihilation! Nuclear surge! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood. These don't seem like your run-of-the-mill Zoogles the Renans usually keep around.
Indeed. I believe it's safe to assume these were used in her experiments.
They certainly look as twisted as her.
Even here. This is...
I remember seeing instruments just like this back in Estaluva Forest.
But looks and smells like...
I won't forgive you!
You're mine! The rebel! Double Demon Fang! No escape!
Freeze Lancer!
Eat dirt!
I'm a
No
true
further.
battle winner around here.
I see one, eh? Double Demon Fang! We're not finished! Strong!
Split it open!
Be my
Arch
guest!
Field! Freeze Lancer!
Double Demon
Not
Fang!
on Skywalk! 7 on Sweet dreams! Leave the chargers to me! Astral energy!
Say no more! My turn!
Mega Ray!
Double Demon Fang!
Astral energy! Purge malevolence!
Don't resist.
Now!
Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Purge malevolence! Waterfall! Flame of doom!
Now you see what I can do!
Glacial
Here I come!
Here's this one's mine! Magic
Double
attack!
Demon Fang! Not today!
Turn away!
You're mine!
I never miss!
I'm not done! Crush!
Take
this!
Crumble! Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of
I'll keep you
Energy
respect!
dance in the wind! Feel radiant light!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be saving this one! Let me help!
Double Demon Fang!
Freeze Lancer! Now something radiant light!
Dragon
Here,
Swarm!
the wind! I'm out of now! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Barely a blip on our radar.
Do you...
What is that huge flower-looking thing up there? Is that the ship's engine?
Indubitably. As one might expect, large ships require large engines in order to sail.
And if we destroyed it?
We might well sink the ship. Who knows if we would be able to escape before that happens.
Almeidrea sure has been busy since the contest began.
This isn't Almeidrea's doing.
You mean she didn't build this?
The body, yes. However, my guess is that the engine comes from a starship.
A starship? As in one of those vessels used to go to and from Lenegus?
Correct. The technology employed on Lenegus and in starships is more advanced than anything in our daily lives. Almeidrea may be resourceful, but she could never produce an engine like this on her own.
You mean to tell me we've got even bigger enemies waiting for us up in the sky? Ugh, my head hurts just thinking about it.
Don't worry about that for now. Just focus on taking care of Almeidrea.
I wonder if we can use this.
Let's dispose of the trash.
Engaging! Double demon fang! First strike!
Reload!
Eat dirt!
Damn it!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
How about this?
Now!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Not a chance!
I'll heal you all!
You're out! Release! You're mine! Dragon Swarm!
I've been doing...
I see one, eh? Damn it!
Now you see what I can do!
Double demon
It's
fang!
weakened!
Ignite! Damn it!
In a bind?
Do it!
Kisara! Commander of Heaven!
Phoenix Cyclone!
Great
Flying free! Why can't they just sit still?
Sia, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
You're mine! Double demon fang!
Here's the evil! Green Lancer!
Double demon fang!
Let the marksman handle this! Radiant!
Try harder!
Here! Sleep
Double
now!
demon fang! It's on!
More for the
Luna
top line.
Rondo!
There!
Mirage!
Now for the shadow!
Double demon fang!
Tidal wave!
I've used a bit too much healing.
Hey, look at that enemy.
An opponent like this should be easy. For my lord!
It's almost
You! Be my guest!
I'll punch that gun out of your hand!
We're not ready! Stop them!
Do it!
In an instant! Impact block!
Will this help?
How about this? Clock back! Here I come!
This one's mine!
Double demon fang!
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go! Dance in the wind!
Now!
Take it!
You're mine!
One more! In here!
Luna Rondo!
More for the
Double demon fang!
Here comes!
No further!
More healing!
This one's all mine! Double demon fang! You're finished! Don't resist! You picked the wrong fight! You won't make a fool of me! Eternal devastation! Double demon fang! I'm not done!
In here!
Here I come! It's your ring! Here I come! You're finished!
Annihilation! Dance in the wind!
Let's get it!
Field!
Eternal devastation! Double demon fang!
Graviton field!
You're mine! It's over!
Annihilation!
Double demon fang!
Ready!
Laser
Pierce the evil!
Take this!
Freeze Lancer! Steel!
Hurricane! It's on!
Mega Ray!
Double demon fang! Not today!
This one's mine!
Crumble! Here I come!
Not in your dreams!
Double demon fang!
This astral energy!
Say no more.
Step back! This one's all law!
further!
No shield can stand up deep!
You're mine!
Now you see what I can do!
Like field?
Sleep now. I'll be saving. Reload!
Double Demon Fang!
More with that counter ray. Raging cascade.
We're not finished! Too fast!
10 tap. I'll trim it up.
In here.
Double Demon Fang!
Two waters of steel. Magic is there. Time to go.
You're mine!
I'm all
You're finished! You picked the wrong fight!
Dragon Shadow. Lightning orb
Double
now.
Demon Fang!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
I'm pretty worn out.
Want to rest up for a bit?
You're... Saying we should check the owl fort?
That equipment should come in handy.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
You're mine!
Here! Freeze Lancer! Dance in the wind! Air thrust!
Double Demon Fang!
Astral energy!
Double Demon Fang! I'm not done!
Lightning! Downpour!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Double Demon Fang!
To me!
Sleep now! Feel!
Armor won't save you!
Not on my watch!
Double
Radiant
Demon
clear!
Fang!
Where are you going? Photon blast!
This one's all mine!
More where that came from!
Double Demon Fang!
Radiant down! I'm all hooked up!
You picked the wrong fight!
Now! Dueling! This one's got your name on it!
Action to action. Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
No backing down!
You got spirit! Take this! Double down!
Arcane water! Here!
I won't show you any mercy! Bring it down! Eternal devastation! Double Demon Fang!
Photon blast! There!
You're finished! Fire support! Try harder! Not a chance! Double Demon Fang!
Photon blast! Raging cascade! Into the shadows!
Double Demon Fang!
Now or never.
Annihilation!
An astral art?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Astral energy!
Burn in hell!
Now! Kizara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn!
Photon blast! Here's a healing arm! First
Double
aid!
Demon Fang!
Take this!
Glacier Spear!
won't
Here's
save you!
evil! Here!
not finished! Here I come! Eternal devastation!
Let them
Double Demon Fang!
Sleep now! Sleep! Where are you going? War for the stockpile!
Eternal devastation!
Sleep now!
Double Demon Fang!
I'll be saving
It's
this
on!
one!
Double
Do it!
Demon Fang!
Get toasty!
Burn strike!
Raging cascade!
Double Demon! They've really got us on the ropes.
Don't forget to heal your wounds.
Feel free. Get in, get out.
For my lord!
You'll find us.
Locked and loaded!
Let's end this and get a bite to eat instead.
Finally, some open space again.
This shall suffice.
Stay sharp. We're going in. Out of our way.
Bring him down! Mow him down!
Okay, guys, think it's time to run.
That's no ordinary enemy I see over there. This one's tough, but we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
You picked the wrong fight! Healthy one, eh? Here I come! Dust to dust! Ready to bang! You're like
Do it! Astral energy! Full throttle!
not a chance!
Dance in the wind!
It's
We're
over!
here!
Milan!
More for your stockpile!
Take this! We're not finished!
Light astral!
Go!
In here!
Double demon fang!
There!
You're mine!
It's in the sky!
It's up!
Watch them
Here I come!
Light astral energy! Raging cascade! Spread! Haha! Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Now you learn!
Where are you going?
Ready and Total devastation! Not today!
Be careful! Concentrated camouflage! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Now! You're mine!
Dance in the wind! Sleep now. More for the stockpile. There! Go! More with that control! Radiant
You're
here!
finished! Double demon fang!
Hope this works!
Armor won't save you. Take this.
You're mine! Thanks!
Dance in the wind! Shadows!
I owe you one!
Here's a hero that could make dreams! Thank you!
Eternal devastation! Double demon fang!
Dragon shout! Men here!
Double demon fang!
I'll heal you all!
You're mine! Try harder!
Focus, Manuel. If you can't rely on yourself...
Don't be a martyr. You've got other friends here.
Thanks. Glacial Spear. Pierce evil. If it's in the sky... Here, let me help. Hard blade! I never miss!
Double Demon Fang!
Prepare to be seized. In a vine?
I'll teach you respect! Double Demon Fang! Come back, will ya? Not today! You won't make a fool of me!
I can carve through armor.
Double Demon Fang!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade.
Now! Double Demon Fang!
First aid! Here's another!
Take this!
In here!
Here I come!
I'll be saving this one! Lightning! Or
Double Demon Fang!
More where that came from! Burning strike!
Glacial Spear.
Double Demon Fang!
Here I go!
Double Demon Fang! It's over!
Take this.
Raging Cascade!
No escape!
Take
It's
steel!
on! Burn in hell!
No further.
I'll be saving this one!
Eternal devastation! Double
lightning
Demon!
orb!
Here I go!
Ready to go! Dance in the wind! Quantum sweep! Stupid astral energy! Radiant clear!
Try harder! My turn!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Thank you.
It's go time!
Raging Cascade!
You're finished! Eternal devastation! Double Demon Fang!
I can
Carve through armor.
This one's all mine!
The enemy wields arts too.
You'll soon see about that! Blow away! I never miss! More where that came from! Seal! Gravitas Field! I'll be saving this one! Mega Ray!
Here I come!
By the power more where that came from!
Burn!
Here comes!
Can't get out of this.
I'm on it! Malevolent! A big waterfall!
I'm on it! Take this!
Eon! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
Everyone's still in one piece?
She sure spared no expense on her castle.
This must be...
The captain's quarters. The presence of the spirit vessel and the sheer extravagance on display can leave no doubt.
There's no one here.
Yeah, but I doubt she's out for a moonlight stroll. You think she jumped ship and ran away again?
I doubt it. The conniving witch is probably up to something.
Agreed. In any case, as long as she hasn't suddenly sprouted wings, she has to be somewhere on the ship. Let's keep looking. The way this key's been placed, it's like she's daring us to come find her.
Yeah, like it's all some damn game to her.
What's wrong, Sweetie? Is something scaring you?
Maybe he just doesn't like being in her room.
I think there's more to it than that. What could it be?
Is this the ship's cargo? What a pain. I can't see anything past all this stuff.
Be on your guard.
If I only know there could be something hiding around here.
Little help!
You're mine!
Radiant power here! In here! Here, let me help! I'll be saving things!
I owe you one. Double Demon Fang!
There!
Double Demon Fang!
Astral energy! Full throttle!
My turn!
Its armor's too strong. It'll split it open.
Be my guest!
Confiscated!
I owe you one.
Lightning!
Double Demon
You
Fang!
More
It's
energy
over!
from there! And it's
We're not finished!
lightning! Go down! Raging cascade! Astral energy!
Say no more.
Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Shion.
I wonder if we can use this.
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Now you'll learn!
Take this.
Dance in the wind!
Locked and loaded. Can't get out of this.
No escape!
Eat this.
I'm not done! Burn it all!
Double
Demon Fang!
Here!
Fire support!
Dance in the wind!
Total devastation! You're mine!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Step back. This one's all law.
Go no further!
You're mine!
Double
Demon Fang!
Carve through armor.
I'll shoot them out of the sky!
Burn! Aim for the weak spot!
Annihilation!
Double Demon Fang!
Not on my watch!
Dragon Shout! I'm not done! Double Demon Fang!
Radiant far enough! I'm all stuffed up!
Double Demon Fang!
Can't get out of this.
Double Demon Fang!
Here's another!
I owe you one!
Purge malevolence!
You're mine! Double Demon Fang!
Radiant
Total devastation! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! No escape!
Hope this works! Annihilation!
Take it! Try harder! This one's all
Purge
mine!
malevolence!
Eat
Archaic
this!
waterfall! It's in the sky!
Double
Mine!
Demon Fang!
In here!
Crush!
Lightning! Magic
Here I come!
missile!
Eternal devastation!
I'll be saving annihilation!
Here I try harder!
Radiant
Take this!
energy!
Try harder! My turn! Prepare to be killed! Double Demon Fang!
Searing flame!
Time to let it rip!
Archaic waterfall! Mega ray!
Try harder!
Ready to go! Dance in the wind! Here! Thrust!
Crush!
Photon flash!
Double Demon Fang!
Fury! Burning thrust!
Take it!
Astral energy! Dance in the wind! Cover the caster! Here's a healing arm! Here, let me help! First aid! Dance in the wind! There! Help me now!
Double
Mega
Demon
in your
Fang!
dreams!
This one's all mine! Double Demon Fang! Burn in hell!
Mega ray!
Talon Hurricane! Eternal devastation!
I'll be saving you going!
Double Demon Fang!
Take this.
Here I come! Eternal devastation! Double Demon Fang! Try harder! Double Demon!
Here! It's weakened!
You're mine! This ends!
Do it! Lock! Demon's descent!
Flashing fang.
I felt better, that's for sure.
Did that get rid of the barrier?
We'll just have to go back and check.
If Almeidrea's not in her own room, just where the hell is she?
It's possible she may be on the bridge, but I would guess that she's waiting for us elsewhere on the ship.
Which means she's most likely chosen a place where she'll have the advantage in a fight.
Be careful, guys. I came from an entire family of Danon mages, and that woman murdered all of them. All on her own. I hate to say it, but she's an incredibly powerful astral artist.
We already know she specializes in controlling wind astral energy. But on top of that, she might try to sick that monster on us again, too.
Right. To that woman, life itself is just a toy for her to play with. Let's make sure we put an end to it. Well, we've only one last place to look. Straight ahead.
Almeidrea.
There she is! Almeidrea!
But all alone? Watch yourselves. She's probably planning something.
I was getting rather tired of waiting around. Oh my, and I see you came along as well, Danon Witch.
Almeidrea.
What's this? I thought you couldn't stand the sight of me. Go on, little one. Show me the full force of that hatred of yours. Otherwise, run and hide like the rat you are.
That's enough! How can you smile while causing pain to so many others?
That is the way of those who possess great power. The very way we Renans live by. Those with power set the example, and those without it are forced to obey. Though you two seem to have forgotten that's the way these things work.
And you really think that justifies your actions? You turned all those people into a hollowed sea!
What foolishness. It's only natural that the fate of a slave differ from that of its owner. Very well, I admit I did fan the flames just a tad back in Nies. But it wouldn't have mattered in the slightest if there hadn't been a spark to ignite. Without it, my actions would have been fruitless. Ultimately, it was their very own burning hatred that laid them to waste. To say it was all my fault is simply laying blame at the wrong feet.
No one's perfect. We all have darkness in our hearts. But the atrocities that you've committed, they're unthinkable! Your heart is nothing but darkness!
What a fool! To think time and time again you would challenge Renan authority without so much as an inkling of how things actually work. Such ignorance is why your kind has been enslaved for 300 years.
Almeidrea.
Well, if it isn't Lord Dohalim.
These people are my allies and friends. I won't let you insult them so.
My, what a shock. I never would have expected you to claim mere slaves as your companions. If I didn't know any better, I would question your noble lineage. Oh, how far the mighty have fallen. A traitor such as yourself hardly deserves to be called a lord.
You are nothing compared to Dohalim.
Rinwell.
He would never stand by and laugh. His people hollowed!
Ha! What does it matter? You're descended from those who allowed the power and knowledge entrusted to them to wither away. Your pitiful family may have feared it, but I do not. That knowledge and power is all mine to command. And now, you will witness what that power's truly capable of. Mesmold! Enjoy your meal! Such sad eyes, child. Let me reunite with your parents.
Shut up! I'm gonna take you down if it's the very last thing I do!
That's right. Loathe me. Every step brings you closer to being me!
You're wrong! You're wrong! I'm nothing like you!
Take this!
You're on! Eternal Damnation!
I'll smash you!
Double Demon Fang!
All this
Lunar Rondo!
Come forth and
Lunar Rondo!
purity! All disaster
Here, throw off the
Lunar Rondo! Lunar Rondo!
Here!
You're on!
Resonate with the earth!
Confiscated!
Double Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang! This one's all mine! Lunar Rondo! Ignite!
Take away!
Resonate with the earth!
Take this!
This one's mine!
Eternal Devastation!
Far enough! Annihilation! Here! Flame of Fury! Burning Strike!
Anything in order is resonate with the earth!
Freeze Blaster! Arcane
Lunar Rondo!
Freeze Lancer! Downfall! Dance in the wind! Here I go! Now! Walk and
Resonate
sing!
with the earth!
All disasters onward! Radiant Pierce! Forward action! Here I go!
Double Demon Fang! Take this!
Being interrupted!
Dance in the wind! Air
Giant
fire!
can't get out of this!
Double tap! Back into the fray!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite!
Lunar Rondo!
On your knees!
Healing Blaster!
Know your place!
Dance in the wind! Air fire! Light after energy! Air Freeze now! Freeze laser!
Benediction light!
Light after
Lunar Rondo! Lunar Rondo!
This one's mine!
On your
Lunar Rondo!
Maelstrom!
Take this!
Healing circle!
Resonate with the earth!
Mega ray!
Lunar Rondo!
Annihilate! Dance in the wind!
On your knees!
Sleep now! Burning strike! I'll be
Lunar Rondo!
Take this! Resonate with the earth!
Mega ray!
What's she doing now?
She's infusing her beast with more power!
Get ready!
This one's all mine!
Light astral energy! Use the healing arc! First aid! Hey, that...
Not today!
Radiant Spear!
Eternal Devastation!
Back into the fray!
Take this!
Mega ray!
Lunar Rondo! Lunar Rondo!
On me!
Water astral energy! Healing ray!
Resonate with the earth!
Stalagmite! By the power of Almeidrea!
Resonate with the earth! Stalagmite! On your knees!
Security! Confiscated! Dance in the wind! Air strike! Dance for me! By the power of Almeidrea!
Benediction light!
Aqueous Surge!
It's on!
Flame of Water! Burning energy! Glacial
Resonate with the
Dance
earth!
in the wind!
Stay away!
Lunar Rondo! Lunar Rondo!
This one's mine! Here comes! More with that
Lunar Rondo!
Here, Installator Security! Burning strike! Glacial Spear! Here's evil! Freeze Blaster!
Take this!
Here, Flame of Fury!
No further!
It's weakened!
This ends now! Take this!
Now you see what I can do!
Double demon!
This works!
Fist on! Eat dirt!
On your knees.
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Not my watch! Water astral energy! Got no
Resonate with the earth.
Let me help!
On your knees.
First
I
aid!
owe you one!
Go it!
Rima!
Astral energy!
Say no more.
Double demon fang!
Purity! Burning
They're attacking separately!
Can't land a hit on her.
Keep an eye on her, and take out the monster first.
She's no stranger to astral arts.
I can take care of that!
Yeah, take it away. On your knees.
I'll bring you back from death to bliss!
Resonate with the earth.
Resuscitation!
Stalagmite.
Here's a healing art! Birthday!
will suffer.
Main one!
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite. On your knees.
I'll heal you all!
Take this!
Resonate with
That looks bad.
Wits about you, people.
Annihilation!
air pressure.
A clean start! Lightning!
Resonate
I'll never forgive you!
What?
I'll take you down! You don't scare me!
Go for it, Rinwell!
Hit her now! Where are you going?
Burn!
Armor won't save you.
Burning strike! Glacial spear! Pierce evil!
Double demon fang!
Deadly supernova!
Double demon fang! Lunar Rondo!
Time.
More than that!
Take this.
Here, let me help! More with that grenade!
Devastation! Try harder! My turn!
Raging cascade!
Double demon fang! Try harder!
I'm healing
Double
slowly!
demon fang!
Forgive me. This is my fault.
Resonate with the earth.
Another incantation ruined.
Attack time.
I owe you one. Try harder! Double demon fang! Double demon fang! This one's all mine! Not today! It's over! Double demon fang!
Still got some fight left in...
This should do it!
Thank you.
I owe you one! Eternal devastation! Double demon fang!
More for the stockpile. I can't heal you forever.
Here I come!
Glacial spear. Here's evil.
I couldn't make it in time.
I'll bring you back from I'll bring you back from death. I'll bring you back from death.
On your
Bring you back from death in the wind.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
I'll bring you back from death again. I'll bring you back from
Resonate
death
with
to
the
feel.
earth. Stalagmite.
I'll
On
take
your
this one.
See what I can do.
I owe you one.
Resonate with the earth. Stalagmite.
In the wind. In
Double
here.
demon fang!
I'll be saving this
Take
one.
this.
I'm here.
Double demon fang! Double demon fang!
Burning fear.
Struck!
Resonate with the earth. Will stalagmite.
I'll heal you all. I'll be saving this one.
Here I come!
Radiant light. Force of regeneration. Regenerate.
Her master core.
Not while I'm around, she isn't.
Resonate with the
Take this! The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
So that's the trick up her sleeve.
Your astral arts aren't so special. And now, you're mine!
You will suffer!
Take this!
Stay away from my friends!
Still got some fight left in me.
Resonate with the
In here! More for the stuff!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
You picked the wrong fight!
What in the world?
Don't worry!
I'm alright. Still standing.
Further!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation! Glacial spear!
It's in your hands now.
Behold my true power!
Thank you!
Photon blast! Dance in the wind! Air
Not
blast!
done yet!
Photon blast!
Double demon fang!
Charge malevolence!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster!
It's in the water!
You paid for that! You're mine! I can't move!
Sunlight! And again!
Just try and run!
Ready to go!
Behold my true
I'll bring you back from death's abyss! Resuscitation!
I owe you one. Take this!
I'll smash you! Far enough!
Double demon
Back
fang!
from death's abyss!
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending calamity! Chaotic disaster! This can't be happening! You will suffer! I can't move!
Revive malevolence!
Double demon fang!
Waterfall!
In a bind?
This one's all mine! Not today!
I'm out! I'm all
Blue
stopped up!
Rondo!
Resonate with the earth!
Eternal devastation!
Weak now! Where are you going?
The winds of judgment blow your way! Fall before impending
Astral energy!
Say no more!
You murdered my mother and father. But I'm not like you.
Rinwell.
Even now, I hate you. But here I am, unable to let go. Honestly, even if I took my hatred out on you here and now, it wouldn't make me feel any better in the long run. I realize that now. So, I won't kill you. I'll take you in and make damn sure justice is served the right way.
You would dare mock me with your foolish, useless pity? A Danon, nothing more than a mere slave. I won't allow you to...
It's not about what you think. Or being Danon or Renan. Because you'll atone for the crimes you committed. And that's all.
It's that swordsman again.
Oh, Lord Volron, what brings you here? No, forgive me. I've forgotten myself. Please allow me to make it up to you, my lord.
Silence now, wretched snake. Does it hurt? It should. That pain is proof you're still alive. Enjoy it.
Volron. Years ago, the Lord of Ganeth Haros met a sudden death. His successor was a man by that very name, Volron.
And like a restless lover, I've come back for more.
Stop right there!
Think you can cut me down? What?
Wait, what just happened to him? Alvin! Say something! Let go of me! Let me go!
Xion!
Alvin!
Xion!
Alvin!
Come and find me. If you truly are the Sovereign.